The word Latin and the word Latino, they're not the same. I thought this was known, but I was reading through my comments and a lot of the people are giving me the definition for a Latin when I was talking about Latino. So let me tell you guys what's the difference. So the word Latin was the language of the ancient Roman Empire. The ancient Roman Empire ruled the land from the end of the Middle East, I guess you could say, where Israel and all that's at, all the way to the end of Europe where Spain's at, all the way to the top where England, all of Europe, Germany, Romania, France, all that, the whole top of the Cape of Africa, that was the Roman Empire. The language that was spoken in this empire, the common tongue, was Latin. A Latin person is a native or an inhabitant of any country whose language developed from the Latin language. So these are any of the language now known as the Romance languages. The word Romance meaning because it came from Rome. The 6 Romance languages are Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, Romanian, and Catalan. Catalan is just a country in Spain that borders France. Simply put, Latin was the language of the ancient Roman Empire. Latin people are those from any other countries whose language developed from Latin. And these countries include France, Romania, Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Catalan. Now, Latino is just an abbreviated word from the word Latino-Americano. A Latino only refers to Latin Americans. Now, Latinos are people who are from or are descended from Latin America. These include most countries in Central and South America and some of the Caribbean islands. There's 20 countries total, along with some territories like Puerto Rico that are included in Latin America. So the word Latino-Americano was first used by a politician named Francisco Bilbao in 1856, and it was used to describe countries in America whose predominant language stems from Latin. Anyway, it could get real complicated because there could be Latinos that are Latin and there could be Latins that are Latinos, but there could be some Latinos that aren't Latin and some Latins that aren't Latino. It just depends on the person, where he's from, and who his bloodline was and all that stuff. But I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people, when I was talking about Latino, were giving me the definition for a Latin, and those are 2 different but kind of similar people. So basically, a Latin person is an inhabitant or a descendant from any other countries whose language derived from Latin, which was ancient Rome's language. And like I said, these 6 countries include Spain, Portugal, Italy, Catalan, France, and Romania. And Latinos is just Latin Americans.